Cheers. Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Euroman Movie Report, the show where I talk about a movie I have recently watched at my local multiplex. And this week I have watched The Meg. And it's basically about, a 30-meter shark and a megalodon. And the story is in the book. I borrowed the book back in the late 90s when I was a high school student from a library, and it's basically, we have the main hero. I'm sure he's called the same in the movie as he was in the book, Jonas, who, if I remember correctly, in the book is Navy SEAL / marine biologist / badass who then discovers that the thought to be extinct megalodon, it in fact exists, and he has to battle it. And the book is very gory, but those gory parts have been left out of the movie, so it could get a PG-13 rating. But anyway, the main hero in the book, if I remember correctly, is American, but since they cast Jason Statham in the lead role, then I guess they threw that out of the window. But he's still a diver, like in the book. No mention of a military background, no mention of him being a marine biologist. But, in the beginning of the film, he is leading a rescue of an American nuclear submarine, which has plummeted to the bottom of the ocean near the Philippines. And everything is hunky-dory, but in his rescue shop, which is attached to the hull, his crew, they discover on the sonar or radar, whatever it's called down in the ocean, that something big is approaching the submarine, and then Jason Statham's character makes a decision to abandon the rescue, and some of his crew who are in the stranded American submarine, including some of the almost dead American sailors, they lose their lives. And a couple of years later, Rowan Wilson, he is playing a billionaire who has built this giant research station outside of China, near the Mariana Trench, to explore the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and he sends a crew down there, which includes the guy from, what was that series name? About those people who have special powers. He's one of these aquanauts, and they go into the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and they are attacked by a big thing. Not Rosie O'Donnell, but a big thing. And then they crash to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and then the previously mentioned billionaire and his crew, they say to themselves, "Oh, we need to get the whole of Jonas, played by Jason Statham, who is most surprisingly the ex-husband of one of the aquanauts who are stranded on the bottom of the Mariana Trench." And Jason Statham, he's living in Thailand, happy as a clam, drinking beer and driving this very, very small moped. And then he's drafted to go back to the ocean in a very hilarious scene in a Thailand apartment. And then he goes down there full throttle, down at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, of course, full throttle, in a submarine. But before that, the main Chinese actress of the movie, because The Meg here is a China-centric movie. And you don't forget that, because we are treated to China again and again. Even the beginning of the film is a shot of Shanghai, and there's only previous or small mentions of the other countries in Asia. But I'll get back to that. And then he goes down there, but the main Chinese actress, Bing Li, or whatever her name is, she's supposed to be brave because she's Chinese, etc., etc., and this movie is meant to sell to a Chinese audience. And she's caught by a giant octopus, but then, as you guys, of course, have seen in the trailer, it's... well, we don't see that in the trailer, of course, but the octopus is eaten by a giant shark. And then Jason Statham, he comes in his little submarine to rescue Bing Li and the other stranded crew of the other miniature sub. Yeah, and the guy from... I'm sure the series, what's the name? Was it Heroes? Heroes, yes. The guy from Heroes, the Chinese, Asian guy from Heroes, he sacrifices himself so the other people can go up, yeah. And then they, of course, one of the doctor on this research station built by that billionaire. What was the guy's name? I left my phone outside, so I can't look him up. Oh, my phone is here. I'll just look him up. The billionaire, he has built this giant research station outside China. Rainn Wilson is the actor's named. And he has, of course, as I said, recruited Jason Statham to rescue those people, and so on and so on. And when they get up, and then, of course, he has also recruited the former mission doctor from back then. Just put my glass down there. The mission doctor who supposedly made Jason Statham's character lose his career as a deep sea diver, rescue dude. And he says to the Chinese main actress, "Oh, he's bad news," and so on and so on. But then now Jason Statham has rescued, except the guy from Heroes. He rescued most of the people, so now we begin to doubt: is he reckless, or as they claim him to be, and so on and so on. But then, of course, they discover that the Megalodon shark they encountered at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, where some of the first parts of the movie takes place. It has gone up through some sort of layer and into the main ocean, and it eats a couple of whales, and and then it sinks a whaling ship, and so on and so on. And then, of course, they want to stop it, and Jason Statham, he goes completely badass with a harpoon gun versus the shark, as a Chinese actress. She says she can't pronounce the name shark or the word shark very well. Shark or shark, a shark, a shark. We get a different pronouncement of the word in every scene, in my opinion. Oh, and as I said previously, this is a China-centric movie, so some of the plot from the original book has been made to, make the movie bankable in China. And, it isn't as extremely China-centric as some of the previous films I have reviewed on this channel, but it's still, in my opinion, if you are I know that Hollywood loves to sell movies, but sometimes they forget that the entire world isn't China. So in the long run, I have a feeling that someday the movie-going audiences in South America and in North America and Europe are gonna say, why the F should we watch movies which aren't marketed towards us, but marketed towards China? And I'm sure that will when that happens, that will hit Hollywood right in the gut, because it's stupid that Hollywood wants to cater to one particular audience regional audience group and then kicks out the rest of the world. And that's a very dumb decision in the long run, because what will they do when the rest of the world say, oh, we don't want to watch American movies anymore because they only cater to China? But I'm getting ahead of myself. That's not a discussion for this video, but a discussion for another video. And then, of course, Jason Statham's character and the heroes who are left, they go on the hunt for the shark, but then they discover, surprise, that there are in fact another shark, a much bigger shark, and they have to kill that as well. But we aren't told if that bigger shark was the shark which destroyed the submarine which Jason Statham's character was sent down to rescue in the beginning of the film. And it has some similarities with Jaws, like for instance, when the ship they used to hunt the first shark, when the shark grabs the cable from the crane, the ship goes a bit like in Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Yeah, I was almost expecting them gonna say, we need a bigger boat, but we didn't hear that line, because I guess if they had said that, they would have been sued by Steven Spielberg. So, it's a generic action flick with, as I said, fairly good acting, not great acting, because yes, Jason Statham is Jason Statham, but the little girl who plays the daughter of Li Bing or Bing Bing or what the hell her name is, she does a fairly good job, and sorry, it's been a long day, but and Bingley, as she's called, she does an okay job as well, if you can get past her not being able to pronounce the word shark in a shark movie. And the CGI from the bottom of the Mariana Trench, it's fairly good, but I must say that the CGI octopus, in some, we get in a small part of the movie, it looks, somewhat more believable than the two. There's a scene when the larger shark it jumps onto the boat with the dead smaller megalodon, and the CGI in that scene was almost so bad it made me think of Sharknado. So I will claim that the CGI octopus it looks somewhat better than the shark animation. But the Meg is a generic action flick. It's a PG-13 because they supposedly cut out the R-rated stuff. So when this movie arrives on Blu-ray, I guess there will be an R-rated version where we get see people being torn in half or something like that, or Jason Statham farting, or who knows. What else is there to say? They skip a crucial part from the book, that one of the sharks are pregnant, and baby megalodons comes out when Jonas he slices the belly of one of the sharks, which supposedly is obviously is a female. That part they left out of the movie, and I don't know if they're gonna make a sequel to this film, but I guess that depends how many tickets it sells in China, because Hollywood don't care how many tickets it sells in the rest of the world. So if I'm gonna rate, Sharktopus, Octopus, no, the Meg, I will give it 3 out of 5. That's it, Euroman of Euroman's Movie Report. Thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you liked this movie talk / movie review, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to watch my previous reviews / movie talks, you can click a link in the description. But I will conclude this video and go watch a real good, generic, good times shark flick, Deep Blue Sea, which contains the most corny badass rap number by none other than LL Cool J. My head is like a shark's fin. Take me back to the 90s, guys and girls. Bye for now.